What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Todos con Todos. This is the absolutely best podcast that you will find on YouTube. Guaranteed facts. My name is Mike.
Yeah.
We have my boy Chewy on the other side, out in the 915.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. Thank you guys actually for tuning in again. Another night, another day. And like my boy Mike said, the best podcast in YouTube as of today.
Guys, if you're not watching this podcast, you're really sleeping on our content. This podcast is really entertaining from what I've heard. I'm a little biased since it is our podcast, but we actually have, this is the first week since taking a week break that we are recording. And we didn't really want to take a break, but as you guys know, if you saw the previous episode or the previous two episodes, we recorded a really long episode, split it up into two, because there was a lot of really interesting details that we wanted to cover, and we felt like it needed more than just its regular 30-minute time frame. So we didn't get a chance to record last week. We took a little bit of a break, but I'm really, really glad that we're back. I love doing this. I've said it before. I absolutely miss doing this. So hell yeah, dude. I'm really, really glad that we're back.
Yeah, dude, but it felt like kind of weird because I mean, I was already used like recording every week. And I was like, damn, dude, like, oh, and then also, guys, my bad. I just want to throw it out there. I had some technical difficulties. One, because of the weather, like here in El Paso in the 915, the weather was like horrible. So I don't know, like the internet was like super, super, super slow, dude. So I actually text Mike and everything when I was trying to upload the episode to YouTube, like it was taking forever. So the video ended up being up there like at 1 a.m. So that's why we decided to post it on a Saturday. But yeah, just your regular, the podcast is gonna still be every Friday. We might change the time, but just so you guys know, and go ahead and check it out every Friday. This podcast is gonna be up with new topics, new interesting topics, guys, and we're trying to make it as interest for you guys as much as we can.
Yeah, for sure. And I think we're definitely on the right path. And I've gotten some pretty good feedback from a couple of really good friends of mine that have really been helping through the process. So we are headed in the right direction. I am very satisfied and very happy with what we have already been doing. Our subscriber count is going up. It's not going up as much as we would want it to. But again, guys, this is the journey. This is the process. We've talked about the process in previous episodes. It's only going to go up from here as long as we stay consistent and keep doing what we're doing. Before we get into the topic, today's topic, it's an interesting topic that a lot of you might have already heard about, might not necessarily know a lot about, but we want to talk about it because it's been in the media for a few months now. And for those of you that know a little bit more about this topic, once we start to talk about it, you'll know that it's been in the media for a while. It hasn't caught the mainstream yet, but we definitely want to get into that. But before we do, as Chewy mentioned, he mentioned the weather. You guys see I'm repping my Texas hat. Shout out to everybody from Texas, guys. You guys had some really bad weather. If you're listening from the Dallas area, pretty much like mid Texas, all of kind of like East Texas, they got hit pretty hard. One of the worst winter storms that they've ever seen, dude. I saw floodings. I saw houses were burning because people were using like different ways of like candles and stuff like that. Nobody was prepared for this type of weather, dude. I saw pictures of El Paso, and the last time that I remember seeing El Paso with that much snow was when I was like a little kid, bro. And I felt bad because at first I was like, oh, everybody's complaining about the cold in El Paso, and I'm sitting here in shorts in sunny Arizona. And then I started seeing how intense everything was, and I started to feel bad, dude, because I was thinking, I feel like this is horrible.
Dude, so it was so bad because I was I woke up super early, dude, because I knew it was gonna actually snow, right? So I woke up super early and I took my drone out, and it was freezing, dude. It was like super, super cold. And then I checked the weather app, and it was forecasted to be like that, like until from 7 a.m. all the way like to 2 or 3, dude. And I was like, this is gonna get pretty bad. And sure enough, dude, a lot of accidents. And then it was so funny, dude, because that day was the 14th. So St. Valentine's Day, dude.
Valentine's
And
Day.
here's the thing, like I'm single, but every single year I get flowers for my mom, right? But this girl that I buy it from, she was all the way to the west side, and she was not doing deliveries to the east side because of the weather. So I was like, no, screw that. I have to go for those flowers. And it took me, dude, usually from where I live to the west side, it's like with traffic, like around 25 to 30 minutes. Dude, it took me almost 2 hours, dude, to go grab the flowers, come back and everything. But it was super crazy. But like you said, my boy, shout out to everyone that it's here from Texas. We had pretty bad weather, but we survived, guys. We survived.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Texas is always in my heart. I grew up in Texas, and they will always be my home. So, yep, shout out to you guys. All right, so we want to start with this new episode. Again, as Chewy mentioned, we want to bring you guys the topics that are trending, topics that are interesting, and topics that kind of leave you thinking at the end of the show about what we just talked about. So this topic is just like every other topic that we've brought to you. It is a trending topic, as I mentioned, and it is crypto. Now, when you hear the word crypto, you automatically assume cryptocurrency, right? Bitcoin, different things, different currency of that nature. Now, huge disclaimer, at least for my part. When Chewy brought up this subject, I literally texted him and said, "Oh, I don't know, dude, because I don't know a lot about this, and I just don't know a lot about it. I need to do my research." And then right before recording, I tell my wife, I feel kind of nervous about this episode because I don't feel like I know a lot about it. However, from the research that I was able to do, from the little crypto that I do own, I feel like we have a pretty good foundation on what we can talk about and kind of lead into, I guess, more detail. I think you are a little bit more inclined with this topic, but yeah, dude. So crypto, let's just dive right into it. So what's the deal with crypto right now?
So look, crypto, dude, it's all over the place right now, and the reason that I'm saying it's all over the place, it's because and I was gonna say because sometimes we are up and down on the business, right? But I do own a little bit of crypto, and automatically people though, when they hear the word crypto, they relate it to Bitcoin.
Because that was the biggest one, right? Bitcoin has been since I don't know when. It's been years.
And then forever, dude. Yeah, correct, forever. But here's the thing, guys. Like, there's a lot more cryptocurrency that is coming out. Like the Graph, we have. I don't know how to pronounce this, dude. Some of them, like they mention like Dogecoin or Dogecoin. Yeah, it's like super funny, dude. Because every single friend of mine that it's into crypto, they mention it like different ways. But here's the thing.
I personally like to call it the doggy.
Doggy, there you go.
It's a meme of a dog. I don't know what kind of dog it is, but the meme is like a dog.
But dude, I don't know if you're aware of this though, but when they actually started that crypto, it started as a joke.
Yeah.
Because literally the face of that crypto, it's the meme.
Yeah.
Of that little dog. Yeah. So it's so funny. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, just Google search the currency that we're talking about.
DOGE coin.
Yeah. Yeah, correct. And it's going to be so funny because that's actually the meme. But anyway, so the reason that I want to talk about this, Mike, it's because everything is going crypto now. And it was so funny because you sent me a post about now people buying, like trading baseball cards and all different kind of cards, like virtually. And I think it was funny because as soon as you send me that and I start doing my research, you know how the internet works, and all my feed was like just about that.
Yeah.
But Paul Logan, dude, he sold a virtual card like for $3 million, dude. But virtual dollars.
So he sold a series of cards, and the entire,
Correct.
I think in a matter of 30 minutes, he made $1 million, and then the total amount sold was $3 million.
Correct.
On the subject of Logan Paul doing that, I don't want to cut you off and make you lose your train of thought, but he mentioned, I watch his podcast, and he mentioned today on his podcast that Mr. Beast called him. Yeah. If you guys know who Mr. Beast is, he's huge in YouTube. He has one of the biggest YouTube channels in all of the world. So Jimmy calls him and tells him, "Hey, bro, I heard that you sold $1 million in 30 minutes." And he was like, "Yeah, I did it with NFT." And Mr. Beast like literally told him like, "Tell me more." So what that means is, bro, now big names like that are going to get into the game, which as well as I know, whenever these big name people get into any type of hobby, it is going to completely explode.
Yes, and that's one of the reasons that I actually decided to talk about this, because by all means, guys, like we're not experts in this topic. We're just regular people that we heard about this topic, and we're like, okay, this is good to discuss because it's news, right? Mm-hmm. But now, I always forgot the name, dude, about the Tesla guy.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. So I do follow him on Twitter, dude. So first of all, he announced that he's going to start accepting money, like Bitcoin money, to buy Tesla.
Wow.
So that's when I was like, dude, okay, this is going somewhere.
Yeah.
Because now this guy's being smart, because just to put you in perspective, right? If right now at Bitcoin it's like 50,000 for whatever you're going to pay in Bitcoin, like give it like a few years and that Bitcoin is going to double.
Right.
So he's going to end up making more money out of the Bitcoin compared to regular cash.
Right.
So that was the first thing. And then I don't know if you follow Snoop Dogg though on Twitter, and he tweeted about Dogecoin.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, I just bought like I don't remember how much about Dogecoin," and that's when Dogecoin actually went up.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Damn, dude!" Like, you mentioned it right now, Mike, that all these influencers, celebrities, whatever, right? They are starting to buy cryptocurrency. So now the value of that crypto, it's going up.
Right.
And I'll tell you a story right now once we get more into detail about this topic. But that's when I decided, dude, something's going to happen. Like, give it 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Something's going to happen that we eventually going to move from regular cash, just like we did years and years and years ago, that we moved from gold to paper money.
Yeah.
Now I think that's coming, Mike. Paper money to cryptocurrency.
Well, the crazy thing is that I heard that it's getting more and more expensive to print dollar, right? To print on paper, obviously ink and everything else that goes along with the materials needed for physical paper money. It's getting more and more expensive, which means that what $100 can buy you today will not be able to buy you 10 years down the road. So if you guys remember, I don't know if you remember, a few months ago, there was a shortage of coins because again, it's just becoming to where we don't know. And it's a lot easier, I guess, to do everything digitally. So to dive a little bit deeper into cryptocurrency, for those of you who might have just heard of what it is, you've heard of the word Bitcoin, you've heard of Dogecoin. We're going to pop up a picture. I think we'll pop up a picture right here. And you'll see this meme and you'll automatically know it's been all over the internet. So give you a little bit of background on what that is. So cryptocurrency, pretty much all it means is it's a digital asset. So it's pretty much, it's digitally, you can own, as much as you want. It just depends on how much money you're wanting to invest in it. The market can go up, it can go down. So the market was going way, way up these past few weeks. And this morning, it took a really, really nasty dip. A lot of people lost a lot of money. But it just happens with stuff like this because it's so new. You don't really know what is to come or what the future holds. However, let's talk about Dogecoin for a little bit. So we mentioned that it was started as a joke. Back in 2013, there was an individual that worked in Adobe. His name is Jackson Palmer. Jackson Palmer was sitting in his house one day, and all he would hear at work was about Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. And this guy goes on Twitter and he says like, oh, I'm going to create my own currency. It's going to be called Dogecoin. And he popped up the picture. He then bought a website or a domain, dogecoin.com. And he posted, I just bought dogecoin.com. And then out of nowhere, people just started buying this virtual cryptocurrency. Guys, this was started in 2013. The starting price of this cryptocurrency was $0.005. In other words, it was a fraction of a penny. Today, it took a spill. Prior to today, it had gone up to .07 cents. And then as of today,
right now, my boy, it's actually it went down to 0.049 right now.
Okay.
But for you guys that are actually watching this, you can actually see the graph right there. And like you said, my boy, it goes up and down, up and down, up and down. But the interesting thing though is that people are still buying it.
Right, exactly. And it's gone up by 1,500%. That's crazy. Tell me anything else that's gone up that way, and you see why people are investing in this thing. So a lot of people say it's kind of like a hype thing. It's not going to last, but think about how much money you can actually make. Let's say you do invest, you throw $100, $200, $1,000, right? We spend that money on other things that really don't hold any value. And you just throw it in there and just leave it in for a few years and just find out what's going to happen. So I don't know, dude. I think I personally did purchase some when it was a little bit lower than it is today. We'll just see what happens. I mean, it'd be kind of cool to make a lot of money out of it. If you research on YouTube and you type in crypto, almost every title of the video is how to make money in 2021, how to make money, correct, how to become rich in 2021. And it all surrounds some type of cryptocurrency. So, I mean, if you haven't done it yet, do a little bit more research on it. Again, you might not get a lot of juicy details on this podcast, but if maybe you're familiar with cryptocurrency and you're an expert in this and you want to come on our podcast, we can interview you. You can answer questions. That'd be incredible. Shoot us a DM, send us an email. We would love to have you on the show. But yeah, dude, I mean, this is definitely something that I believe is going to continue. And imagine going into it while it's low. Dude, the possibilities are really endless.
That's the best thing. And the reason that I got into it, dude, it's because, and once again, this video is not sponsored or anything like that, but I do use, let me just go ahead and make sure that way I don't say another name of the app or anything like that. But the app that I'm actually using right now, it's called Blockfolio. Okay. But the reason that I'm using this app is because at work, dude, and this is a crazy story that I didn't mention to you, dude, but there's this old lady, right, that came one day, like freaking out, saying like, hey, dude, my phone is not working. Like, I need to check my stocks. And I was like, what? Yes, it's been down. It doesn't want to turn on or anything like that. And I'm sorry, guys, but for you guys that have Samsung or Android phones, you guys know what I'm talking about. It was like super slow, dude. Like, no kidding. I had to actually reset it and everything, right? But when we had the phone working again, she logged in into that app that I mentioned before, and she actually showed me, dude, her shares, whatever he had on Bitcoin, on the graph, and other cryptocurrencies, dude. And her profit, and I'm talking about like a month and a half ago, dude. She was making 80,000, dude, and I'm not joking, guys. $80,000 on that. And she actually gave me her number, dude, and was like, "No, you know what? I'm not the one that buys the thing. It's my husband, and we buy like every 2 weeks that we get paid. We buy like $100 of whatever. Because here's the other thing, guys. Like, Bitcoin right now, a share, it's I believe like 50,000 or 47, something like that, went down. But you don't have to buy the whole thing. You can actually buy shares of the stock.
Yeah.
So you can actually go and buy $100, 500, even $10. You can go ahead and do that. But she mentioned like, no, you know what? We did this, and here's where the story, my boy, gets like super, super crazy. There's another guy that works with me that he used to work at. I'm just gonna say it, but well, no, just for
safety
copyright
purposes.
yes, but at a burger place,
Okay.
really, really famous that they close on Sundays. Okay, let's just leave it like that.
McDonald's.
But
Okay.
that she used to work with him over there. So the husband got into this crypto thing, dude, and they bought like all the retirement money that they had into Bitcoin. And I'm talking about 7, 8 years ago, dude. And they sold everything and they got millions of dollars out of crypto, dude.
Yeah.
Because, like you mentioned, Mike, they bought it, they took the risk, they left it right there just to see what happened, and they got pretty good cash. And then they start all over again, dude. They start like buying little by little again. Of course, they already retire with that money that they cashed like at first with Bitcoin. And I don't know if you remember my when Bitcoin was like really like the topic to talk about in social media and everything, and everyone started making videos about, oh, let me show you how to make money out of Bitcoin and whatever. And well, as long as I mean, for example, in my case, I thought it was BS, bro.
Yeah, me too.
I thought it was
100%.
like, oh, they're gonna scam me. They're gonna ask me for $1,000 and then they're gonna disappear.
Yeah.
But just imagine if I would have kept or buy Bitcoin back then. Right now, dude, I will have a lot of profit, dude.
Yep.
That's crazy to me, dude. That was super crazy. And then especially since like when she showed me everything that she had on the phone, dude, I was like, damn, dude, if she can do it, dude, that she's new to technology, she doesn't know how to work a smartphone. Like, what's stopping me to actually go invest? And like you said, my boy, just leave that money right there to see what happens.
Exactly. Because you just never know. You never know what will happen. Now, I guess obviously the fear to it is just that, not really knowing and not knowing if you're gonna invest all of your retirement money and you're just gonna end up losing all of it. So that's another side of it that a lot of people have unfortunately lost some money because it again, the market has just gone up and gone and gone down. But the thing about crypto that really gets me excited because I'm huge into different hobbies is something new that's called NFT. If you guys have ever heard of NFT, pretty much NFT stands for non-fungible token. And what that is, guys, is it's a digital token that's a one of one. There's no other like it. You own this thing, whatever it is, whether it be a trading card, whether it's a trophy, whether it's a highlight, a sports highlight, a memory. It could be really endless things. I have heard so many different things. I'll go through a couple of them that I heard that I thought were super interesting, dude. But the reason why I'm so excited about this is because this is really going to change the way that people collect, the way that people have collectibles in their possession going forward, dude. So there's something called CryptoPunks. What that is, it's literally, guys, it's so dumb. If you look it up, it's so dumb, but it's worth so much money. They're little pictures of like cartoon figures. There's also crypto kitties. It's literally like cartoon cats. They're cartoon cats that sell for over $20,000 Not crypto. They sell for over $20,000. We mentioned Logan Paul. He did a trading cards of himself as a cartoon selling for thousands of dollars. I've heard of other things such as there's something right now in sports that's really big. It's gone crazy. It's called Top Shot. And what that is it's highlight reels, like 30-second highlights, 45-second highlights of a moment in a basketball game from Devin Booker, LeBron James, the biggest names in basketball, and you own that highlight. So here's the thing. When it first came out, my thought process was that's gotta be the stupidest thing I have ever heard in my entire life. Why would you buy a highlight to have on your phone when I can go on YouTube? I can type highlights for the game of whatever, and I can watch it over and over and over and over again. Why would I buy a virtual cat, a picture of a virtual cat, when I can just look it up on Google, do a screenshot, and I have it on my phone, right? Here's the thing, dude. This freaking blew my mind. It blew my mind. So think about it in this way. Think about it as with like art. The Mona Lisa, okay? How many actual Mona Lisas are there in this world, right? There's one, correct?
Yeah.
Is there one?
Original.
It's just one original, right? Yes.
If we're right, if not, guys, if you know different, just let
if
us
not,
know.
I screwed this up. But there's very few, maybe one. I don't know. But the point I'm trying to make is I can go on the internet, type in Mona Lisa, print a copy on my printer, and display it in my wall. When you come into my house, you're going to be like, dude, that's so freaking weird. Why do you have like a picture of a Mona Lisa on your wall? But if you walked into my house and I had the actual Mona Lisa on my wall, what's your reaction going to be? Like, damn, bro, you have the Mona Lisa in your house, right? Okay. Same thing with like, if you are rocking a $4,000 Louis Vuitton bag, that's original. That's mad respect. But if you have the Louis Voltion from the swap meet that cost you $30, it's almost the same. It's just a knockoff. Nobody cares about that. So that's the same thing, dude. That's the same thing with this. You own the rights to that highlights. You own the rights to that digital card. You own, guys, there's property that you can own. We talked about this. We talked a little bit about this. And my boy, we didn't even know that it was this. When we talked about Earth 2, we didn't know that it was the same thing as cryptocurrency.
Yeah. Dude, it was gonna cost me $300 to own my own house on Earth 2.0, dude. like the rights, like you said, dude. That's it. And once again, guys, I'm a photographer, right? So, when I take a picture, I literally own the right to that picture, right? So, what they're doing with this, it's the same concept, because now you own a piece of that highlight, of that picture, of that like
whatever it is,
cat, whatever, And if you want to sell it, it's up to you, but you can make money out of that. And just to give you a perspective, though, of how much this is growing, my boy, like since November 2017, a total of 174 million has been spent on NFT.
Yep.
174 million.
Now here's
guys.
Go
Here's
the crazy part about this, dude, is what it's going to do. I was listening to a few different videos. What it's going to do for the video game market. Video games are not what you used to know when you were a kid. El Nintendo, it's not, you used to play Killer Instinct. No, guys, video games is a multi-billion-dollar corporation. It's surpassed the movie industry. So what does that tell you about how freaking big this is? So with esports going into this NFT, think about this, my boy. If you are playing a video game and you have a Twitch account and you're a streamer and you're playing, let's say, Call of Duty, and they are selling this special edition, limited edition gun that there's only going to be 5 of them. There's only going to be 100 of them. Do you think people wouldn't buy them? All to have this thing digitally, you don't have it physically, but how much time do you spend on that game as a streamer or as a professional streamer or somebody who's just really into it? You spend so much time doing that. Of course, you're going to want that weapon. Yeah. Of course, you're going to want that costume. So as of right now, they're doing it, but the video game owns the rights to those things. But with NFT, it's going to change the game because now you're going to own the rights to that uniform, costume, weapon, object, whatever it looks like. Dude, it's going to, trust me when I tell you this. I don't know much about it, but invest in this like at least a little bit because it's going to be worth it. It's really going to be worth it.
And once again, my boy, we, the people, like they're taking over. We're taking over. And just guys, to give you like another perspective, right? We talked about different cryptocurrency and everything, but you mentioned CryptoKitty, right? And Dragon is one of the CryptoKitties, and it's actually one of the most expensive ones. But just to give you a perspective, guys, okay? That Dragon from CryptoKitty, it's valued at 600 ETH. So ETH stands for Ethereum. That's another cryptocurrency. But one Ethereum is worth $1,617.
Ethereum is actually the one that took a big hit this morning, by the way. Ethereum was at 1,950 and it dropped today to 1,400.
But just to give you a perspective, my boy, if you own a Dragon CryptoKitty, you're talking about 966,000.
Isn't
money,
that crazy?
Like cash. It is crazy, dude. And I don't know if you remember right now, dude, but I mentioned a story, right? That we were getting to one of the stories. But one of the conspiracy theories that it's going around out there, dude, is that actually banks are gonna start supporting ETH, Ethereum. And if they do this, they're gonna change the game. Because now you're going to have actual financial institutions backing up cryptocurrency. So that's going to change the way the world, and I'm not talking about the United States, not even Mexico, like the world makes business. And this, once again, guys, it's taking me back to the old days when you used to trade rice for frijolitos and everything like that, dude. Like, now we went from gold to cash, paper cash. Now we're going from actual money to crypto.
Yeah.
So like you mentioned, my boy, if you're not investing right now, that is the time that technically it's not too expensive to buy and own crypto yet. You guys are missing.
Yeah, guys, I invest. A little fun fact about myself is I invest in cardboard. I invest in baseball cards, in Pokemon cards, and I've talked a little bit about this in previous episodes. My collection is pretty decent. I have a pretty nice. I'm sitting on a pretty good amount of money with my collection, but when I started researching everything about NFT, I almost felt like throwing all of my stuff away and just starting over because this is crazy. It's taking over, and I think if anything, cryptocurrency might, it might take a little while, but the fact that NFT is this generation's way of being able to collect things, everything is on your phone. Every single thing is on your phone. Everything is on your iPad. Everything is on your computer. These kids don't want to hold physical things anymore. They want to have everything, digitally. I don't know.
No, not even our wallets, bro. Like, no. I don't use my cards anymore, dude. Yeah. I have everything on Apple Pay.
It's crazy.
Like, today I actually forgot my wallet at home, and I need to buy lunch, and they accept Apple Pay.
Yeah, everywhere.
So
Everywhere.
exactly. Once again, and then I don't know if you guys have the Cash App, but actually, they are offering that every time that you spend money, they give you like rewards back.
Mm-hmm.
But they're giving you the option to give you Bitcoin back.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, dude, and it was so crazy because what I started doing my research and everything, and I went into the digital banks now, like Chime, like Cash App, that is supported by Square, Scotch, whatever bank, and stuff like that, right? But now they're starting to give you benefits through crypto as well.
Dang.
And it's so crazy, dude, because now if for you guys that have the Cash App, you can actually buy stocks through that.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy Tesla, Apple, Starbucks, everything. You can buy everything through that app. But once again, we're changing to that way of living now that it's going to be super interesting, guys. Just give it like 2 or 3 more years, and you guys are going to remember this podcast,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
that we told you guys that this was the time to start buying. And as we were speaking right now, as of the recording of this video and this podcast, Ethereum actually went up right now, dude. They're positive 0.80% now.
Nice. So
They
it did go up.
Big, yeah, correct. It did go up. And then Bitcoin as well, they are 0.87% positive now.
So
But
one thing about this that's different from the regular stock market, for those of you guys who are a little bit aware of the stock market closes every day and it opens back up. With cryptocurrency, guess what? It doesn't close ever. It just stays open.
Nope.
You're making money at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. It doesn't matter. It's open at all times. So, Chewy, to close out this episode, dude, what would be your advice to somebody wanting to learn more about this, for somebody wanting to get maybe putting a little bit of their paycheck into this? What's a good advice that you can give someone?
So, like I said, I'm not the big expert, but I'm just gonna give you the advice that this old lady, and I'm saying old because she actually referred to herself as old lady.
Oh, nice.
But I'm gonna say the same actual like words that she told me. Like, do your research, and if it makes sense, buy it. Now, don't go for the big money yet, because once again, if you want to buy a Bitcoin, it's as of right now, it's 50,000 to buy a Bitcoin. So go for the smaller stuff that it's going up, and do your research, because like you said, my boy, this never closed. It's open 24/7, dude.
Right.
And the market goes up, down, and that's why you have to go back. Like if you can go back to a year, a month, and see if they're going up or down. And if it's worth it, like buy it, especially for those cryptocurrencies that right now they are like fans. I bought a graph, my boy. I bought it for 0.025, something like that, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Right now it's $1.50 worth.
Dang.
So I'm making money out of that. Like I said, I didn't buy too much. I bought $20, but little by little, I'm doing profit out of that. I'm making $20 extra, 30, and then sometimes I lose 10, and then I go back to another 20. So that's the best advice that I can go ahead and give you. Just do your research. Make sure that you invest. Now, don't go crazy and don't go broke. It doesn't make sense for you to do that.
Don't go broke.
Exactly, because this is like a gambling game, dude. One day it's super good, and another day it's gonna go down. So of course you don't want to go broke. So start like buying little by little. If that's the advice that I can give you guys, I mean that's what I'm doing right now, and apparently it's working.
Nice. And the only advice that I can give, guys, again, we are not experts. I do not claim to be an expert whatsoever. The little knowledge that I do have on NFT, it is because of the self-research that I have done, videos, articles, things that I have read, people that I have talked to. My advice is don't go broke doing this. If you are young, don't waste, $20-$30 on whatever it is that you're wasting. Put it instead into something that you could invest in. That would be my advice to my younger self. If I could, is just invest $20-$30, dude. here, every other paycheck, it's not going to kill you. You're still going to be able to pay your bills, and you might be able to make some money at the end of it. And honestly, guys, just the biggest advice that I can give is don't wait to become an expert to put money down, because at that point you're really almost never going to become an expert. You're going to have to spend hours and hours and hours. By that time, you're going to miss the train. That Dogecoin is going to be $15, and you could have invested a bunch of money into it. But dang, dude, this was a really interesting topic. Guys, please don't clown us in the comments. No hate comments or anything like that. We're brand new to this. We don't know anything or much about it. Once again, as we've mentioned, we're learning. I'm personally going to learn more about it because this is super interesting to me. Maybe not so much the cryptocurrency side of it, but obviously the NFT, to me, that is super interesting. One really quick thing about that I heard before we close out, dude, I heard that you could even buy an NFT shovel. Now you would say, why do you need the shovel? It's because there is an NFT mine that you could use your shovel in to look for different objects, different NFT gold, NFT jewels. Dude, it's just so incredible.
So it's getting crazy. And before we leave, of course, guys, just real quick, like make sure to share the podcast, make sure to like the video and like the channel, because we actually were looking through the numbers, and we have a lot of people that actually listen to the podcast. Just to give you an example, last episode, I think 17 or 16 people actually watched the whole thing, but we only have 9 subscribers.
Yeah.
So we're missing people that they're actually taking the time, and we appreciate that. Thank you for listening to the podcast. But make sure to like the channel, because trust me, guys, in the long run, that's going to help us. But before we leave, Mike, there's another conspiracy theory out there that the reason we're going to go to crypto is because that's going to be the currency for other worlds as well, my boy.
Oh my God. I don't even want to get into that subject right now.
I don't know. I'm just going to leave that right here.
Damn.
Buenas noches, guys. Que tengan una buena noche. But
que Dios los bendiga y que los perdone. Guys.
Así es, porque que los agarre confesados.
Guys, like Chewy said, please share this video. I'm gonna call people out. Guys, it's free. It's literally free. It doesn't cost you absolutely nothing. Yep. I'm not trying to sell you Herbalife. I'm not trying to sell you any other type of product. Guys, it is a free. Hit that subscribe button. Mm-hmm. Hit that like button, please. I know you're watching. Just take 2 seconds right now. Take 2 seconds and hit the like button, please. For the love of God, help me with my mental state. See more than just 2 likes on there, because I know you guys are liking the content, because you are calling me, texting me. You're calling Chewy, texting him. Just hit the like button. That's all you got to do. You don't got to do anything else.
Yeah.
Leave a comment if you like this. If you like this video, guys. If you want to see or hear something else. For all of those people that do follow us on Instagram, you're not subscribed to the channel. So there's several people that are on Instagram following us on Instagram. Again, all it takes is 1 quick second to hit that subscribe, and that is it, guys. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode. This episode ran a little bit longer than usual, but it was pretty interesting. There are a lot of things to cover when it comes down to these topics. Once again, my name is Mike. We have my boy Chewy, and you have been watching Todos con Todos. Have a great night, guys. Peace.
Thank you, guys. See you in the next one.